Hello and welcome to part 3 of our spinal mobility series, because there are so many ways to mobilize your spine, and so it's taking me 4 parts to show you my favorite spinal mobility exercises and moves and stretches. If you missed the first 2, definitely go back, check those out. Today we're going to mobilize our spines while lying face up, or supine. And it's actually very similar to what we did in part 2 with our cat-cow. We're doing that same articulation face up now. So that movement in between each vertebra, one at a time. So you're lying with your feet down flat on the floor, and we'll just start by imprinting with the pelvis. If you're a Pilates enthusiast, you probably know about pelvic tilts or imprinting the spine. What you're going to do is take that natural curve that you have in your low back and press it down into the ground, sort of rolling your pelvis so that your tailbone rounds under and your navel draws in towards the spine. So you're kind of giving yourself a tuck-in, flatter belly, like that. If you need to, you can press through the heels. That'll support you as you do that. And actually, I would encourage that. Okay, so once you have that feeling, this is the same thing we did in cat-cow for the very beginning, is we rolled that pelvis under, right? So once you have that feeling, go ahead and roll it. And now, the same like we did in cat-cow, except going up. You're gonna roll up one vertebra at a time, starting with those lumbars, mid-back. Press into your heels as you do this to support you. Thoracic. And here we don't really have the cervical spine involved because it's lying on the ground, so that's fine. Just keep that chin off of the chest and give yourself a nice sort of diagonal from the knees to the shoulders. You want a nice diagonal. To reverse, you're going to start at the top of the spine this time. So go ahead and start to lower. This is super tricky. Hold that pelvic tilt. Start to lower those thoracics, one vertebra at a time. Visualize it. Even if it's not happening, even if it's coming down clump, 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 just keep trying, keep visualizing, and your body is going to follow eventually. You're retraining your brain here. Slowly. Notice how slow I'm going. Really slow. The slower you go, the more difficult it is, but the more work you get out of it. And keeping that pelvic tilt, until the very last thing, when my whole spine is down, when I get to my sacrum, can relax. Let's try that again. You want your knees and feet to be about hip width apart. I don't think I said that before. So, and you can press into your heels. You can also, for more support, press into your hands. The bonus about this is that it's a wonderful core strengthening workout, and that also will help you keep your spine mobile and moving and grooving. You need some good core strength to support the spine. So again, let's tuck that pelvis. Roll up one segment at a time. Now I'm also contracting my glutes. I find that helpful, and then you get an extra booty strength bonus. And who doesn't want to strengthen their booty? See, this one exercise is just full of benefits. Bridge pose is great. And rolling down one at a time. Actually, I do demonstrate bridge pose on another video that's actually just for strengthening your gluteus maximus. And I think we get a little fancy on that with one-legged bridge. But right now we're just focused on the spine, one at a time. Very last thing down is the sacrum. And then as you let your pelvis go, you can let the glutes go. It's a great one. Let's give our spine a little twist. So move your hips over to the right, drop your knees over to the left, roll your shoulders back over to the right, and you can lay out your hand, and this should just feel so nice. Twists for the spine are so great, and it helps to sort of bathe all the organs and wring out the spine. Plus, it just feels good. So you're trying to get your knees towards the floor and your opposite shoulder towards the floor at the same time. If they're not there, don't worry about it. Hang out, let gravity do the work, and you'll get there eventually. Things take practice and time. I am starting to discover in my old age. And scoot those hips over to the left. Let's go for the other side. Drop the knees over to the right. Bring the shoulder girdle out to the left. Let that left arm out. You can even put a hand on top of the knees to kind of press them down a little bit more into the ground if you need a bit more intensity in your twist. You can twist your head to the opposite side and just take a couple breaths. Excellent work, my friends. So slowly bring those knees back up. You never want to get up from face up like this. That is a low back spasm waiting to happen. So go ahead and roll to your side first and press yourself up. So that, my friends, was part 3. Stay tuned for part 4. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, comment below, let me know your thoughts, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you in the next part.